What's going on, folks? We're back here this morning. Gonna get some drywall in. Clancy should be here shortly. I believe his wife, Sue, is coming with him. They should be here shortly. She, I guess, wants to help out. I think it'd be great. If we get these walls in, it'd be fantastic. So, a little chilly this morning. I guess it's about 42 degrees. It's not as cold as it is in some parts of this country. But the wind's not blowing, which is good, so that helps. Once we get to moving in here, we'll get warmed up. But see if we can get these walls in here. Yeah, man, got a couple of challenges in the bathroom. I'm gonna get that around that pipe. We can cut that pipe down from what the plumber said. Just cut it down close to where the elbow, the 90 degree is, and try to get the sheetrock through there. So we'll get that done and see what we can get done here this weekend, man. Get off to getting this stuff done. I got the edging for the front already. They're gonna drop gravel off Tuesday, and that should be it. So let's get on it, folks. I wanna get this shit done. I really do. So let's get on it. Oh, well, still not quite done with the walls. Oh, we've been working all day. We got a lot done. All we have is that little top part right there to do. And we've got the outside walls of the bathroom and the up top side of the bathroom there. And then we've got the top side of that wall. He and I will have that knocked out in a few hours tomorrow. I'd kind of hoped that I could be ready to start preparing to go ahead and tape and mud these walls, but that happens. Can't do that. I got a lot of spare little pieces of drywall we got to break up and haul off here, so I got to get that done. But we'll get it done. You see my walls look like I've painted them. They look blue, but that's just the green, purple, blue type drywall. Primer will cover that and it will be white soon. So that's what we're looking at. It's gonna be white. So once we can get all that done, I just got a lot of cleaning up to do. I'm gonna get these screws. I gotta go over the screws here and then clean up. He'll come in tomorrow, we'll get this done, and I'll start taping tomorrow. Tomorrow and Monday, I'll come up here Monday and work a little bit. So we'll get it done. But other than that, that's where we're at. We're getting it done. One step at a time, we're getting it done. All right, so, we are back at it this morning. I'm gonna get this drywall finished up finally in a few hours. Then I start taping and mudding and getting that done. It's 32 degrees out here this morning. I got here. It's slowly creeping up. It'll be about 40 degrees here in about 45 minutes. But, whew, chilly. So Clancy brought a propane heater. We'll put it in the corner of the room. It'll warm this room up very well. It better. This house better be efficient. So, but be it that it may, it's coming along, folks, and we're gonna get it done here. I'm just getting some stuff moved out the door here so we can get it all done. I can get everything ready and prepped. Last night I swept and tried to clean up as much of this drywall dust as possible because, man, that is crazy trying to get that done. I got a lot of cleaning on the floor. There's places where I've got staples and nails I've got to hammer down or pull up. We'll get that done. The staple was from something else because this is all nails in the floor here for this. But in this process of this drywall, we start learning what's not level, what's up. Like in the back of my bathroom there towards where my laundry stuff is, the floor is slightly going up in the corner. It's not level. I don't know where that comes from. But that's just what you get into when you build houses. This wall right here going into my bathroom is not the most level. It's kind of coming outward about 1/8 of an inch. When I put a laser measuring tape on the corner here to shoot the wall, the laser never hit the other side because the wall was coming outward just a bit. I mean, it's ever so slightly. So what can you do? We've got a place above the door. We're gonna have to put some shims in for the sheetrock so when you drill it in, it doesn't pull it inward. I've got some places where the drywall is pulled in right there by my refrigerator, water for the ice maker. I'm gonna have to cut that out and fill it with hot mud. I have to measure up to, I'm gonna tape and paint the whole wall behind the cabinets, but I'm going to mark where I've got to concentrate on mostly the surface above the counter and stuff like that. But we'll get it. So let's knock this out and see what we can get done here today. I'm ready to move forward. Get some power on this place, man. Rock and roll. We got it. We can do it. Well, Clancy had to bounce. He had some stuff going on, but we got everything but some small sections done. And those small sections are going to be on me, I think. And it's a one-man job. I've got that little section right up there to do. I just did the inside here. Sorry about that. Just did the inside, so I've got that up there to do right there. Sorry about that. We got all this in the bedroom done, all this room. And up there is where the door is going right there. And I've got this little section up here to do. And I've got this inside the bathroom and outside the bathroom. But as you can see, we got some sort of a shower and a bathroom. So, folks, we're getting there. If I could just get these pieces of sheetrock done before it gets dark, for the sunlight, I can light this room up and start prepping everything for taping. I'll be tomorrow taping and mudding. I kind of hope got it started today, and I could have been putting verse coat on tomorrow, but that's not the case. We're going to be another week or so. Next weekend, it's going to be a few days of me getting this. So if I can get it taped tomorrow and everything done, I can get the verse coat on the corners too. I can then next week go ahead and just finish this thing out. So, and then it's him getting in here for the AC and the power, and then we're rocking. That's after I prime and paint. So we're getting there. All right, drywall dust. I got to give myself more credit than I do, folks. I tell you, I got the rest of the sheetrock hung in some pretty hard angles, and I got them done. Hell, I got a degree in technology and all the math I had to take in school and in college. Well, the hell can I get these damn angles right? I was just wondering for a second, am I that dumb? God. But anyway, we got that. I'm prepping the room, going to get everything cleaned up. I've got a lot of damn sheetrock cuts. And I'll tell you, for the first time ever doing it, I was so close. I was spot on with 37 sheets, but I think 38 would have been okay, a little bit better because I cut it a little short. I had to use a sheet of white up top here, which is no big deal. It's almost the ceiling, you know. I'm not worried about that. But just had to do it. I mean, it's in the bathroom, I know, but it's not on the shower side, so we're good. Something like that. Not much you can do about that. But other than that, I've got this sheetrock hung, and it's off to mudding and taping these walls. I'm going to get the room swept, and I'm going to clean and prep. I'm going to pre-fill. I got a lot of places to pre-fill with that hot mud. I've talked about that before. We're going to get that, and then tomorrow I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to start taping and mudding and get this thing done tomorrow. And I guess next weekend I'm going to have to I may end up having to take a 3-day weekend and just get everything done for 3 days, get 3 coats and get the whole house taped in mud and start sanding down. And I think week after next, I can start priming and painting, and we'll get power to this house. Start getting everything done. Once I prime and paint, it'll be time to get floors in here. But before that, I got to get my cabinetry. And I believe another thing about my vanity, I'm going to have to figure out something on that. One I wanted is probably not going to work. He put the plumbing lines a little too low on that deal, so we'll figure that out for later. But anyway, off to the next, my friends. Alrighty, I'm back. Just walking in here. I got to move a few things, prep a couple of things, and then we'll get started today. We're going to pre-fill and see if we can get everything taped and all my corners done today. And then probably be next weekend finishing up, man, mudding and these walls and getting everything done. Get everything sanded down next couple of weeks, primed and painted. It's just good to see some walls in here, I tell you. Starting to look like something. Absolutely, looking like it. See what we can get done here. It's not as cold as it was yesterday morning. It's going to warm up to about 65, so that's going to be good. I got to look at some more places I may have missed, because I think there was one place towards the floor I got a patch and cut out, but we'll get that done. Let's get on it. Now, I think I mentioned this before, but if you're going to do your own drywall mudding, when you open up a bucket that is all-purpose mud or whatever you decide to use, don't just use it straight out of the bucket. Whatever you do, you see all those little holes, it's all air bubbles and stuff, mix this stuff up good. And what you have to do is take a little over 16 ounces of water or more and get it in there and thin it down a little bit. And then on your next coat, you thin it down a little bit more, and so on and so on. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube that show you how to do it. But right now, I've got all this stuff pre-filled, all that stuff setting and drying. A bunch of places I've had to pre-fill. I pretty much had to rebuild that area right there with the hot mud. And when that dries and sets like concrete, you just sand it down lightly and then you're good to go. Let's get to taping. I want to get this stuff done. One thing I will say is that the walls are going a bit faster. They do go easier because you're not doing all that reaching up. But still time consuming, but I will say about taping and mudding, once you get on a roll, it moves quick. It's a quick process. It's been kind of a quicker process than hanging this drywall, but you know, we're getting it. So I'm gonna start doing these butt joints and then across the seams. So we're gonna get these seams done. We do the corners last. Come to me. That's how you do it. And right, sucks. That's the cool thing about before you paint your walls, put graffiti on them, primer's gonna cover it right up. Good night. That's 6 yards of gravel. That doesn't look as much as I thought it would be, but $370 worth of gravel. It's gonna take a lot more than 12 yards to finish a layer on my driveway. I need to look up and see how many yards I use to do my driveway, but however, this is going to take care of that. That's all I needed to do. I was just thinking I'd have some left over to gravel in front of my shed. But that's gonna be another 6-7 yards of gravel. One thing at a time. All right, folks, so I didn't get on when I got done last night. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I was sore and tired, and I still am not done with taping the corners. That's all I've got to do is get my corners done. I got everything taped and mudded, screws and all. I just didn't get my corners. Excuse my hand. And I just down here checking on where they put the gravel, and then had to pick up a few things. I just got to fit some time this week to come work on some stuff, and the next weekend try to get this stuff taped and done, get it everything coated, a couple of coats, and then a couple weeks here I can go ahead and sand and paint and prime and paint and get electricity in this house. So that's my goal. And then I got 4 weeks to finish everything, get everything done that I want to. We'll see where we go on that one. So not too bad considering. Well, these corners actually are pretty good. There's going to be some place these straight flex, but I see where I just sand the edge down, but I'm going to take another coat, get that lip coated over right there. But I got a smooth edge right there. One more coat on that, it'll get it. Absolutely, those corners are cool. Just take a sander and clean out those corners. But I've got pretty much everything taped and the reverse coat on the screws. It's not bad, folks, not bad. It's just taking a lot of work. I got the corners up there, down here, and the corner all down up there. But man, I've got a lot more corners to do. And it's not that the straight flex is harder, it's just more time consuming because you've got to get it measured and you got to cut them at a 45-degree point anywhere corners meet like that. And you just have to get that first layer. I'm gonna take one more coat and get that done, but I just have to really watch what I'm doing and do it right. The straight flex are much easier to do because all you have to do is hit mud right here on the edge of that. You don't have to put mud in the center of that. That's what makes it easier. And that's my advice. If you do this, use these straight flex corners and just get on YouTube and learn how to use them. It's really easy. You'll get the hang of it. I'm still working on it, but right there, I got to make those corners meet because there's a little hole right there. That's Something I didn't anticipate, but it's a part of this process. As it is, my friends. Well, folks, we're back at it again here. My goal today is to get these corners done and the first top coat in this house. This weekend, if I can get all 3 coats and get this drywall mud done, it'd be great. And, excuse me, I think it was a little dust on the screen. I thought it was on my forehead. But, getting these straight flex done and trying to get these corners in. What I'm having to do between coats of these corners is a very light sand on the edges to get all that down and then run the second coat on that. There's a couple of places where you just have to go back over it with the mud and make sure, but once it's done, it'll look good. So let's see what we can get done here, shall we? I think you guys can see that these corners take a little time. When I take these walls, went on quick. It's just if I get these corners done, I can get the top coat and get this done. So, biggest of the corner I got was this one back here I did the other day. So, I get this and get all these corners, get that bathroom. I got to get the side corners. We'll get it done. So, it's easy, but it's a little weird because you got to get that top coat. I have to do a light sand and smooth and get that second top coat on the edges. We'll get it. That's what we're gonna do. Whew, I tell you, these corners are taking me almost all day. I haven't even got my first top coat and second coat on the screws. But we will get that. That's happening this evening because once I get the corners, it's not gonna take long for me to get these seams done and then hit these screws. So 2 or 3 hours after that, hopefully. Because the ceiling's done. That was the hardest of it. So we get the top coat done on this. I tell you though, I didn't think I could use 4 things of mud, but I've gone through a whole thing of mud on taping the walls and the corners. The corners take a lot more mud than the dang walls when it came to taping. So nothing wrong with that. I just still think I'm gonna have 1 bucket left, but oh well, it is what it is. See what we can get done here, folks.